Watchers, fans, and haters of the Diplex Expeditionary Force, welcome back, guys, to Hearts of Iron 3. You all know the speech there by Eisenhower during D-Day. It's pretty cool. Like, he just has such a cool voice. I've actually heard somewhere that it wasn't him speaking, that it was obviously like a radio guy or something speaking. But yeah, that was a really cool speech. Allies, no, it was like sailors, soldiers, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. You are about to embark on a great crusade that we have something striven for so long. I don't know. Anyways, welcome back. I think we're at like the 5th episode and we're already in December 1943. I think that's the save I loaded, right? Yes. We save about around every Christmas. Now I have a dude that I know quite well. His name's Go Killer. It doesn't really matter what his name is, but he just told me that the reason why I'm not having any money and many other things is because that my industrial capacity is a little, I mean, too much. I don't really need it, so I'm gonna let these two finish at least. But I stopped the majority, as you can tell. Other than that, I think things are looking pretty good. The Russians are fighting the Germans now. We saved. Last time we saved, this war begun a bit later than expected, but it's there, alright. So the Germans have more to think of now, which is good. And down here, the British are winning against the Italians. They're being pushed in. Oh, what's going on? Did I crash? Ooh. Wow. Minister of Security Max Dormoy reports regime change. Okay, so the French have become a puppet. The Norwegians have become a puppet. The Belgians, Polish, Yugoslavians, Persians. Wow. Oh, look at that. The French, the Belgians, the Dutch, probably, if they were released. That should go away soon. Should become orange again. The Poles, look at that. Poland. We've still got Warsaw. Norway as well. Oh, bloody Europe has turned fascist. Bloody hell. The war against Soviet Union stopped. Wait, did World War II just come to an end? Let me take a look at my Canada's war with Italy and Ethiopia. So is the rest of the allies. So Italy's pretty much screwed. But Germany. Where are my troops? Prepare the forces. I think it's time we have to go in and make a change. I'll give it a couple of weeks. But this was weird. Bloody hell. Netherlands liberated. We can report that the Netherlands have been liberated by Germany. They're fascist. And we do not support the Netherlands because they're Dutch. Nor do we support the French because they're French. We hate them because they're fascist. So we must break them. And I will break them. I'm gonna break their fucking spine. With everything I've got. It's gonna be invading bloody everything they've got. You heard me. I'm gonna prepare for that. Oh, son. Germany's just growing. Wow, France has been restored to their power. Earlier this January, we just passed it, they annexed Vichy France. So they regained all their territory. What the hell? This is a very interesting turn of events, but just the massive strength that these fascist powers can now grow is a bit scary. We have to put a stop to it while they're weak. I say we declare war on Germany again, only weeks after they declared peace. Install democracy. Perhaps conquer it. Well, conquer Netherlands? Independence guaranteed by the United Kingdom. Well, so they're at war with Italy and Ethiopia, and so are the French. Have a truce with them. Alliances are very mixed up now, to be honest. I would never have guessed. Well, my friends, it is the 11th of January, 1944, and this war is gonna be seen again. The second World War right now. What the fuck? Oh, the Polish troops that were in England obviously rose up against them. Fight them then. Come on. There you go. I'd be damned. What's the US doing? Let's take a look at them. Oh god. This, my friends, this power. And they're all moving to the Eastern Front. I really do hope to see some of those blue cards in Europe soon. Look at that. Look at this power, man. Bradley. That's Bradley. Where are the... Sherman. Wells. Cummins. Interesting, interesting. I wonder when we'll see these guys appear. As I said before, this is very interesting. My troops are at the ready. My infantry divisions have never been this ready before. And I believe we sorted out the artillery, correct? Ah, no, we have no support. There's no artillery in these. Well, let's get busy. We have to. Give me 10. And give me it pronto. Actually, give me 8. That'll be fine. Yes, there'll be one division in each corps that won't have an artillery brigade, but that'll be fine. We've got a lot of manpower, which is good. Putting a lot of things on the research here. I want my tanks. Officers are looking pretty good. Need I say more? Diplomacy could need a little bit more, couldn't it? Put that at 50. I'll put the espionage at 35. And, well, we'll leave the rest to the research. Alright. Oh, a landing craft. Are the Americans preparing for something? It'd be very welcome indeed. Oh, they have a lot of transport ships and navies around over here. They're probably quite busy. In fact, I forgot to check if... Yeah, they're still fighting the Japanese. Big navies going around these areas right here. Saipan. Got Wake Island and Midway up here. There's a lot of battling going down around these islands, I could imagine. My Euro, Bikini, Mili, Panape. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Obviously, all the islands are not displayed on the map, but only the most important ones are. Alright. So what happens first here is that the British are just gonna take what they can from the French. The fight continues over here as well. Persia has become communist. That's what happened as well. The world's a bit different from what we know it as, but I'm pretty sure that we can restore it to sanity, so to say. Speed things up a bit more. By God. Have you ever seen such a thing? Fascist France, Belgium and the Netherlands. Wow. The Poles as well. become very small, but they're still a country. Well, the Americans are definitely headed east, as you can tell. They're pretty geared up. Got a lot of troops on the way. Oh, Soviets are fighting down here, it seems. Annexed Tanuga or something like that. It's pretty interesting. The Japanese aren't fighting in here now. This has become quite peaceful. The Brits got a pretty big presence down here, not gonna lie. Reckon that's about 100,000. Another 100,000 in these areas as well. And then another 100,000 in here. Then another 100,000 in here. So yeah, they're still strong, but they're not racking millions. That's one thing for sure. There's still German troops in here, and since the war ended over here, the fact... What the fuck? Did it? Or did it start again? Wait a minute. Yeah, at war with Germany and France and the rest. So the Eastern Front war began weeks after as well. This is very weird. It's interesting to see what this could come to. This war is obviously going to go on a lot longer than before. The Axis are just fighting down here again. Brazil has been accepted into the Allies. That's not bad. That's good. Wow, that's quite a lot of units actually. I don't know if they're gonna send any over, but they probably have some transport ships, but not enough to get an army across. Americans landed here in Netherlands territory and took it out with paratroopers. Dutch had a little garrison there, French as well. They're probably gonna get taken out. Interesting to see some fights going down here as well. And then we've got the rest of the South Americans. We'll see what they turn to. Cuba. Take a look at Europe once again. Pretty quiet and peaceful. Thing is, I'm hoping, really holding my thumbs, that the British, sorry, I'm a bit cold, that the British finish up here in Africa, send their troops back up, and then invade, or that the Americans just arrive instantly or as soon as possible and attack. That would be one of the best things that could occur right now. We are, as of now, still at war with Germany, but there's little to none action going down right here. Okay, this front is starting to branch out a bit. Seems like the Russians are taking out Finland, bigger part of it, but they'll have to be quick about it until the Germans make it up there. Fucking hate being cold. It's really annoying. Yugoslavia, yeah, they turned Axis as well. That's interesting. Vesuvius erupts. That's surely special. I want to conquer the Netherlands. I want them as my little place in the sun, so to speak. And historically, the Canadians freed the Dutch, I've been told, so it'd be fun if we turned it around and colonized them, or whatever you want to call it. For God's sake, they're civilized, but you know what I mean. Germany's just branching out right now. Yeah, Panama's been accepted into the Allies. That's always good. This is starting to look like the Cold War a bit, but just a bit different now that South America's getting involved and all. Interesting, interesting. I like it. Okay, so we can now deploy some industrial capacity. It's going to be the last of it for a bit. Just deploying it in these two areas that I know that use it a lot. Down there, Toronto is good. Got some here and there, really. So that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, I quite like the open society. Not for the fact that I can't change anything either, because I'm poor. This war has taken the best out of me, I have to say. But we're standing strong. We can't really pay any wages, but the troops, they stay. We've got about 92,000 here. First Army, together with the Royal Canadian Fleet. at our disposal, and the tactical group at our disposal, at your disposal. The Irish. I wonder what they will turn to. Declare war. I'm not. I wonder who I could request land lease from. See if the Americans are more willing to do that. They seem to be more fit for a fight. Yay! So now we get that extra IC, baby. Look at that. Holy crap. I have a lot of manpower, so I'm just gonna train more divisions, really. Feck it. Let's get some light armored and some infantry and some artillery and make it like a super division here. It's gonna cost a lot of manpower, but I'll get of it. I'll get some of it. Canadian armored divisions, really good to have. More technology is being researched. That's always good. The Greeks lost it. The Bulgarians took this part, the Italians took this part, and the Germans took the bottom. They've got a few on the island though. Quite good actually. Paratroopers, a lot of them. Not that they can get out of it though. Garrison troops in masses fighting the British. Excuse me for a second, I'm gonna keep playing, but I've really gotta go do something about my nostrils. I can't even pronounce words correctly. Give me a second. And I'm back. I feel like a completely new and different person. Romania is just stretching out down here as well. I never knew they were fit for the fight like this. But the Russians are just swallowing Finland. Interesting. May 1944, the Eastern Front War was in fact still going on back then. But I'm a bit sad to see that nothing's going on over here. Maybe I need to be the person that takes the initiative and fights and goes in first. But it feels, look at that, it feels like the Americans are crawling closer. They've got their fleets hereby, and they've got a lot of troops here stationed. Look at this. Transport ships, they've got all kinds of people in there. Marines are ready as well. They're gearing up for an invasion, I can tell you that. Look at this. 10 infantry divisions. All kinds of stuff. Just perhaps waiting for... Ooh, look at that. Would you... Have you seen... Look at that. I'm pretty sure that we'll see an invasion in Europe pretty soon. And the Canadians will be ready to conquer Amsterdam. And take it. Or the Netherlands. Just completely swallow it. We deserve a little colony ourselves. Third Corps at the ready. Probably not going to be needed now. They might as well just stay here in Canada, make sure that we don't get any pesky Germans or Japanese troops attacking us. The Allies are also geared up towards the Mexican border. That's interesting. Oh, did they take some troops away? I think they did. I am just eagerly waiting the invasion right now. So I'm just going to zoom out like this so that we can see a lot. And then I'm just going to play forward. So we'll be able to see what happens around the whole center of the world, the way we see it. Finland is almost completely defeated, but Germany is coming in behind there to try and save them. Soviet Union conquered on Finland, so now they can send all the troops down and fight the Germans. That's interesting. Romania is branching out as well. Yeah, Germany's going to get pushed back, but Romania and Hungary and Yugoslavians, the French, the Italians, they're all helping out. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. Germans have a very, very long way to go until they hit Moscow. Actually, not too much, but Stalingrad at least. They probably won't win the war until they've at least taken at least one of them. Gonna slow down a bit here. Eagerly waiting the Americans. please. They've got transport ships here and there. They've got a lot of it. Not gonna lie. Look at that. 14 units. Transport ships, landing crafts, you name it. Not to mention the troops down here. They seem to be fit for an invasion. 17 units here, 6 transport ships, 3 landing crafts, carriers, and you name it. They've got it all. And a very strong force here towards the border. Barely anything here on the western front. I guess they're all busy out here in the Pacific. Riding around, taking islands, back and forth. Took these up here, that's interesting. I think we've seen these before. No! Ah, didn't they have these? What? Ah, yes, the Japanese joined the war. Ah. That's a bit of a challenge to it, doesn't it? Communist China is fighting with the Allies, apparently, as I can see them. Yeah, the British fully secured India there. Probably gonna. Why are there Bulgarians down here? I guess they've travelled from over here down here through the canal and up right there. That's really weird though to see the Bulgarians here. I would never have guessed. They're fighting back the Japanese down here as well. So I guess there's a bit of a success and failure here and there. I mean the Russians are losing parts here, but they're winning in other situations and in other parts of the world, along with the British as well. They might be losing these areas. They seem to be. They'll probably hold this part of the desert though, and hopefully they'll go left here and take what's left. But on the other hand, who knows, they might lose there. You never know. Interesting. And my current role is the most boring of all the roles, and that is to sit and wait for a bit until I get a clearance to attack and or get the need for it outside. So I shall now bring my navy back because it is time to put some troops on the boards. Get some of them divisions going. Oh yeah. These are not reserves, so they'll be fully ready for a fight. We'll wait till August until we bring out the navy again. After all, we might as well just bring all the artillery brigades with us. Yes. Mobile warfare researched. I want more Americans, please. To Europe. Have they left? Ah, 12 Marine divisions. They're definitely 20 units down here, 9 landing. Wow, they're definitely gearing up for an invasion down here in Florida, Miami. I could kind of guess that. Put these guys in Halifax. Good. Then we're gonna deploy these guys into all the kinds of divisions and all groovy stuff. And we'll reach an army size above over 100,000, which is good. We can, by the way, take a look over here. And it shows our losses, their losses pretty low. Entire conflict. Land's been pretty even. Air. Because they're winning in those kinds of things. Then I'm not even good with anyways. Okay. Speed up till August hits us. And then we'll have to wait another year until these armored divisions are done. Which should be fine. They take an awful amount of IC, but I want them. Feel that it's necessary to have them as well. Oh, the end of the beginning. Oh, I didn't read that. Fuck. But it said like the end of the beginning. We have seen many battles. And apparently that thing is supposed to come way earlier. It's like when they when they've been when it feels like it's lost for England, and it says like, or no, it's the end of the beginning. The beginning was really bad for them, but then when they take most of Africa and win on other fronts and won the Battle of Britain, they said that this is the end of the beginning, and it's also the beginning of an end, because we're heading over to the, yeah, you know what I mean. Unless I've mixed things up, I don't think I have. I could have. Right. Need those extra 2. I'll be waiting for you. Come on, you tosses. Wow, Japan conquering communist China. That was quite expected though. Wow, Germany's just branched up in here now. Freeing Finland. Romania's grown quite heavily as well. I think an attack from the west would be insanely needed as of now. The Russians are busy with the Japanese as well. Communist China's just wiped out. This is bad. Guys, this is bad. Like the guy, what's his name? He says that in the beginning. We play Men of War. The voice acting is horrible in that game. But a dude in the beginning says, guys, this is bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, alright. Come on, you bastards, finish. 4, 5. Look at my industrial capacity. I'm so thankful for the Americans just giving me that. It's really cool. I'm awaiting an invasion right now. It feels like they're ready for it down here. Look at this. Look at the amount of marine divisions they have here. Oh, are they moving? 37 units down here. I think they're gathering their fleet before they're moving out. But I am destined. I am sure that that's going to be going to the right place, if you know what I mean. Obviously, the Japanese are going to be quite busy fighting the Americans down here too. Look at that. It's a lot of troops on a little island. Completely fortified with forts and everything. Yeah, they're really close to the Japanese coast. I believe hell on that island is pretty hard. And life is hell, rather said. The British Government seems to have a lot of troops down here. Not really getting anywhere. Got a couple here. There's barely any fighting going down here. The Germans are invading Persia for some reason. That's very interesting indeed. And they took out the Bulgarians, did they not? Yep. So the British have got a lot of troops here. Montgomery himself is there. Just giving you guys a recap while I can. This is looking good as well. Fighting back the Italians. But I'm really worried over the Romanian and German expansion to the east. I could never have guessed that Romania would be so powerful that they could keep a flying dislodge going. Or a front, rather said. That is impressive. I'll give them that. But I'm gonna show you guys what those Canadians can do too. 7th Artillery Brigade's ready to go. Paraguay's and the Allies. Cool. And put it down here in Halifax. And we're gonna wait another 4 days. Crude oil will be empty in 29 days. That's pretty bad. We're producing so much. I think I'm actually gonna stop the production of at least 2 of these Canadian armor divisions. 2 will do, but 2 will be enough because our economy is pretty bad. Okay, so here's what we've got. Put that on the boat and drive that straight up to Hull, where we rebase. They'll be there any day now. Any day now. Here they go. I wonder why they wouldn't go from the top. Feels like the German Navy could be a threat, couldn't it? Here we go. Ah, yes. Strong force. See what we can do about this.